Greetings from the beautiful confines that is the KMSU Broadcasting Studio. A production of KMSU TV and Radio. This is the Minot Sports Podcast, brought to you by Joshua Strong Photography and MSU Red and Green. I am setting out for you guys the 27th edition of the series. Boy, how time flies. It is Tuesday, February 25th, in the year of 2020. So welcome, guys. And today, on this, as I look out the window, rather a cloudy day for Minot. Not a completely jam-packed, busy day, but still somewhat worthy events to take note of. Before I begin, let's just talk a little bit on Region 6 basketball. So, of course, it's not unusual that the Minot Municipal Auditorium is home for these sort of Class B tournaments that happen annually. By the way, guys, if you do get offered a chance to go see a Class B basketball game, whether it's guys or girls, you go. Because the atmosphere in these events, just phenomenal. Absolutely electric. I went to the state basketball tournament last year, hosted by the Dome on this very beautiful campus of Minot State University. And the entire Dome, it was packed. Like, you tried finding a seat and good luck, you wouldn't find one. These Class B fans, despite that there are a lot of them, they travel well. They are not afraid to get out of their comfort zone and travel a lot, or wherever they come from, depending on how long they have to drive. They are willing to support no matter the circumstance. And I applaud the Class B fans because they know how to, specifically speaking on what happened last year, I applaud the large crowds that have come by. Again, just absolutely phenomenal, electric. As for Region 6, going on yesterday, as all events like that are hosted by the Auditorium, both the Bishop Bryan Lions and the R.E. Deemers Knights. The Knights having Haley Roberts on the team, who is in fact committed to play MSU women's basketball next year. After Haley made it onto the all-district team from the District 12 tournament, she and the Knights look to continue that success heading into the District 6 tournament. And they got one down last night over at the Auditorium. The Lady Knights beat the West Hope Newburgh Sioux. Final score was 42-35. Tonight they take on the Velva Aggies. Same place. This time at 6 o'clock. The Region 6 tournament semifinals. Unfortunately, the same thing cannot be said for the Bishop Bryan Lions, as they lost to Velva, the team that R.E. Deemers will be facing tonight. They lost to the Aggies 47-33, and that is it for Bishop Bryan. And now making the jump from Class B to Class A, We got a few more basketball games to go through tonight. First, starting off on the road will be the Minot Jets. They'll be taking on the Bismarck Century Patriots, who are right up there in the standings. So yet going to be another tough challenge for Minot to face. But we will see with this growth that they've been going through. Century comes in tonight with a decent conference record of 17-2 and Minot at 10-9. But as I said about the growth, for Minot, don't count them out. And then back here in the Magic City, we got Minot High Magicians boys versus the same Bismarck Century Patriots. This one is especially important. And what do I mean by that? You might want to take a look at the standings, because it is currently a tight race for positioning in the WDA division. So yeah, Minot and Century are next to each other. That was, last weekend? When Minot beat Dickinson, they updated the standings recently. But as we look right now, Minot is at a 13-6 conference record. For Century, they're at 11-8. So you can tell how close each other's records are and how important this game is. You also got to look at outside parties too, guys. Mandan, they have the same conference record as Minot. As I'm doing my research here, Minot won in Mandan and Mandan won in Minot. But I'm going to guess, since that Minot and Mandan don't have any more matchups, if Mandan wins and Minot wins, or Mandan loses and Minot loses, whether or not, if both teams get the same result, the tiebreaker, I'm going to guess, would belong to Minot, because as I'm doing this research right now, when Minot beat Mandan, they beat him by nearly 50 points, and then Mandan came back and beat Minot just a little over 10 points. So point differential, as I'm reading here on the WDA website, is how they go about the tie-breaking. They call it the tie-breaking criteria. Looking at this matchup, this is a huge one for Minot. Because even if Minot can get this one tonight, which is also senior night tonight, the boys' seniors will be playing in their last home game as a Magi. If they get this win tonight, if I'm reading these standings correct, they are going to hold a nice spot in the upper end of the WDA standings. That will mean a good seed entering the West Region tournament. That doesn't mean Minot sits back and doesn't play as hard because they have the higher seed, but a higher seed will definitely help out, especially in a tough division like the West Region. So it is crucial that Minot gets this one tonight in a celebration of the seniors playing their last home game. So Majets and Magicians basketball tonight versus Bismarck Century. The Majets in Bismarck at 7:30, and then Magicians at home versus Century also at 7:30. We got some Toros news and kind of a little pop culture involved. I retweeted on the Twitter a tweet from Fox Sports West, the TV station for the Los Angeles Kings hockey team. Toros coach Marty Murray was just over there for a game to catch up with one of his former players, former Minotoro, Blake Lizotte. A forward for the Kings, wears number 46. He made an appearance on the show, being interviewed by one of their TV reporters, giving great reviews on Lizotte. Murray himself is also a former LA Kings player, so there's a little connection. And then for the news, the Toros have signed U16 NAPHL forward Connor Kurth to a tender for the 2020-2021 season. Currently the leading scorer of the NAPHL and is committed to play for Minnesota Gophers men's hockey team. So that is always exciting news to see new players coming to the team. Exciting for billet families as well. And with that, I hope to see you Minot High fans at the basketball game tonight. It is senior night. It is going to be a nice ceremony for the seniors. Hopefully, as I mentioned once already, there aren't too many tears being shed. As always, the Minot Sports Podcast is a production of KMSU TV and Radio and sponsored by Joshua Strong Photography and MSU Red and Green. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to check this one out, the 27th episode. I wish you guys a good day, and as always, take care.